Welcome to 𝐄𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐔, where we talk about investing, finance, and professional development. As the current time of 9:28 a.m. on Eastern Time, we're 2 minutes away from market open. Ethereum $100,535, down about close to 2% so far. On the overall crypto market, we are quite mixed bag today, but across the entire market, on a macro perspective on both crypto and equity side, we are definitely heading more of a negative start for the day with respect to the 10-year yields spiking all over again, just kind of hovering around 3.3%. And I recall like a week and a half ago, we were about like 2.68%. So it seems like it's spiking all over again. Obviously, with respect to the foreshadow on what's going to be happening upcoming in the CPI report, PPI report, and the FOMC meeting, that's all laying around the next couple weeks. So we'll see how that goes, right? But based on economists and based on the market psychology that we've been experiencing so far, we are embracing and bracing for impact, if you may, for a 3/4 points hike from the Feds this month. So that's basically what we're expecting. 75 basis point again. Seems like the two 75 basis point rate hikes that we've done so far, the efficacy has not been the most productive. So there might be another one. And there's some other news that I'm also seeing as well that is kind of worrisome, but it makes sense, right? With respect to Google's CEO. And in a recent public verbiage, he says that he's hoping to make the company more efficient. He says specifically 20% more efficient. What does that even mean? 20% more efficient, that could be mean trimming the capital expenditure on the real estate front. That could be trimming the human capital front, right? Which most of the time when you're doing corporate adjustments, these are like the two areas first before you do so. So we'll see how that goes, right? Also with respect to the another giant, right? Apple is releasing their Apple iPhone 14, I believe. That's the new number now. It seems like they will just infinitely go on until Apple 99, Apple 100. I mean, we probably would not be as fortunate to to see those in our lifetime, but it seems like the number just keep going up from there. I don't know how much of a difference between one phone versus another. I actually have the 13, and I looked at the one that my sister and my mom have. They have like the 11 and the 12 respectively. There's slight difference, right? With the camera, but like in terms of functionality, it's quite comparable. But people still want to get the new phone, right? So there might be a cycle, a boom, if you may, for people to upgrade their phones. So looking at the cycle makes sense. So I do foresee, with respect to earnings for Apple, based on the technical front, we should ideally see some upswing in the short term. But with that, again, right, just to remind us on some of the catalysts that's expected to be happening in the upcoming weeks. So obviously this week is going to be, kind of a stale week because of the main event is pretty much happening starting next Monday. The CPI report on 13, PPI report on the 14, 15 is the merge dates. And then the 20th and 21st are the FOMC meetings. So the next 2 weeks will be very, very, very colorful. So embrace for it, brace for impact, hold on to your seats and put on your seatbelts. So respect to recording time of 9:31 a.m. on the Eastern Time on Wednesday. Hope you guys have a good weekend, good week, and a good long Labor Day weekend as well. You can see that clearly we open up on a 1559, but immediately we got a sharp sell-off all the way down to the next level of support of 1450. So it seems like we actually did get there yesterday, or technically during the night when I was dead asleep. And you can see that we've been trying to cross up for quite some time, looking for a cross up for a golden cross. But you can see how stale we are, right? Because the whole market is kind of stale at the moment. And weekly looks quite better, so it's mitigating the daily perspective around. So that makes sense. And I think we will see more volatility coming. But daily, we should ideally see some, or we have already seen the bullish pressure, pump it up for a short amount of time just to cross this up and then cross this down, right? And on a weekly still looks indicating a bearish sentiment. Monthly looks, quite bullish. Still makes sense, right? Because as we get over this hump, ideally, this will be probably the worst of it, or one of the worst time frame that we'll be experiencing within this year, and then we should recuperate from there. And then for Bitcoin, you could see that clearly on the monthly, similar, right? And on a weekly, you could see that we kind of doing something similar to what Ethereum is doing, right? Fused together, not a large level of separation, but the level down is going to be somewhere around like 17,500. But if we get to 17,500 again, we ideally should bounce. But if we do not hold on because of higher rate hikes and just more negative macro factors, we should ideally break below and go down to all the way to 15,500 from here. That can be possible, but it's going to take some time because of the stability that Bitcoin holds. And with respect to the daily, you could see that we try to cross up for a little bit, and we've been crossed down for quite some time. So right now, just looking for a landing zone, you could see that we clearly bounced from 30 out of 70. So looking for a level cross up right now makes a lot of sense. So again, daily looks bullish for Bitcoin, just as Ethereum, just as the overall market on a short term, like very short term, like couple days, right? But weeks out, you should see some negativity, and then months out, we should see some bullishness happening. So that's pretty much on a high level. As you can see, I've been experimenting with the YouTube Shorts, try to condense the information that we have in a more digestible manner. I understand it's probably difficult to listen to me talk for like 10 minutes every morning, like watching the news when I'm not that animated or that dynamic either. It's just me talking, so I can understand that it can be a little bit boring sometimes. But I appreciate you for your support anyways, and I look out for the next one, as we catch up later today or later tomorrow. Take care.